Hello, my name is Leo Perez. I'm a tutor at Magic, and in this tutorial, we'll be covering setting up your model um, to be ready for exporting over to Substance Painter to texture. Okay, so one of the first things you want to do is you want to make sure that your overall topology is clean. You don't have any five-sided polygons or any loose vertices or anything like that. Um, what you want to do is you want to select all your pieces. You could select it piece by piece, but I mean, I think the quickest way to do it is just select all of them. Go to mesh, go to cleanup mesh, and just you could copy the settings I have here, um, and then just hit apply. And what this will do is it'll select the faces that are giving you problems here. So zoom in here a little bit, randomize that, and then here what you'll see is you have this edge that's causing more than four sides. Doing exporting um, to ZBrush or Substance Painter will give you errors. Um, so a couple quick fixes. Um, the quickest one, just go to Edge, hover over it, and make sure to go to Edit Mesh and click on Delete Edge Vertex. And bam, deletes the entire thing. Or you could also use the slice tool up here and just complete the edge loop if you need that edge loop. But it's better just to either or is fine. Okay. So another thing before sending over to Substance that you want to make sure, obviously, is that it's UV'd. And that's simple enough. Select all the pieces that you're going to send over and click on the UV editor and check. And yeah, everything's good. Everything's flipped on the correct side. It's pretty good. So here, everything is fine as far as UVs go. And another thing, another very important thing you want to do, and this is the naming conventions. Um, so here, this is the low poly. Let me hide the low poly here real quick, and I have with it is the high poly. So um, one thing that matters is the suffix. Um, it doesn't have to be exactly how I have it here. Just have to make sure that it's spelled low one way or another. It could be uppercase L, lowercase o, and lowercase w, or lowercase l or lowercase h. That doesn't really matter as long as it's consistent. For the blade is blade underscore low, and for the high is blade underscore high. So those names have to match. Another thing that you have to make sure is edited is um, select, let's go for example, select the, the blade here and go to blade low poly, the low shape. So you have to make sure to delete the word shape. And this is important for baking maps in Substance Painter. So, and you're going to want to do the same for your high poly. Go to well, for the high poly, it looks like I already did it in a previous, because this is a project I already did, so. But for the low, it wasn't done, so I would have to come in and I'd have to delete shape, just the word shape. So, okay. Um, Also make sure that they're overlapping. I moved it just for comparison. Don't actually leave it like that, or don't export it out like that. Okay, let me hide the high poly. Okay, and the last thing you need to do, besides the naming conventions, the last thing you need to do is you have to uh, set materials, different materials for each part. If you want those parts to be in separate layers, essentially, in Substance Painter. So here they're all sharing the same Lambert material. Um, you could have Lamberts in all of them, but they have to be separate Lamberts. So to assign a material, just right click, assign new material. They could be Maya materials. Lambert. An easy way to make sure you know that they're different, uh, just change the color, lighter, darker, or just change it to like whatever color, just to differentiate them. Assign new material, Maya, Lambert. Assign new material, Lambert. Okay, so after you've uh, given each part of material, just select all the pieces and then go to File and Export Selection. And then you're going to want to export it. I would recommend export as FBX and have smoothing groups and smooth mesh checked. Pretty much, I think this is the default reference assets content. Yeah, this is pretty much the default for FBX. But you could use that or OBJ, which is right here. But in my experience, FBX is the preferred export, and just name it whatever you want. It would be Blade. Well, I already have my own already, so I'm not gonna save over it. But yeah, and then after that, you're pretty much ready to texture or bake your maps, whatever it is you intend to do in Substance Painter. So if you guys have any further questions in the lab or in Discord, just uh, feel free to ask me or any of the other tutors. Thank you.